Welcome back to Gintama. Obviously I couldn't leave it for too long with the power of the world being blocked off, maybe rerouted somewhere else. Sadaharu really being the cornerstone, the cork on the planet, while the rest do their duty, while also so many get cut down in swaves. Utsuro's body can only last so long, but can our heroes outdo it beforehand? We have a few episodes left, probably many of rebuilding the world afterwards, but salvation may be a way off. Let's see some more. I feel like we've missed something here. We're just reliving a normal day in the house, in the life of those three. Think of the good times. He says that because Utsuro has never had that kind of familial contact that the rest of them has. He threw that away when he erased the shoyo personality of himself. See, that freeze frame when you got them rushing in. I think along the way, Utsuro has done so much shit, even to himself, that it's like a cry for pain is even cry for help is so far off from this. I've seen other characters like the prince aboard the that one lash out and attack the world, attack the universe for his own faults and losing what he had. And yet Utsuro is magnitudes past that. I don't think there's any real element or part of my history where I've really held on to animosity or hatred. Mainly because it's far too much effort. Shinpachi. How could you be late? Not... That's what he was waiting for. Reliving the moments. Even the mundane. Just being able to spend time with others. What has he gone to do? It's not an empty home now. It's been there for a while. Don't let the soaking wet fur trick you. We all know that's a lie. But I hope the effort and energy Sadaharu is expending here to keep everything at bay isn't too much for him. It's like you're looking at scum. Lovely. He's home. Ow. Every family has its moments where we act like complete morons to one another. Are the thousands of cuts and injuries being laid upon him going to be enough? Please don't raise any more flags. Yeah, time is up now. I'm not sure what they can bring out. Huh, that was smooth. There's a buck. Is he calling upon the power of the... what he was way back when? Everyone coming together in a much more visual way. They're all willing to lend a bit of themselves, lend some help to the cause. I should have expected that it was the spirits of all of them that came back to working tandem. That's what the whole thing has been about, isn't it? Let's just hope that some of them are... well, some of them have quite the strong will to live anyway. Something like giving up their very life force itself isn't enough to take them down. I mean, they've been left out of the fight for long enough. That is a howl, if I've ever heard one. If only it happened a few minutes before, so Utsuro didn't have time to recover. they've all finished up what they were doing over in the district. If they got knocked down, they'll just stand up again. Nothing's going to keep them down. Not me. He has such animosity and hatred for humans due to his own experiences, which, let's be honest, are fair, but tarring everyone for that. I mean, he's talking big for. Well, I guess if that's his game plan to eradicate the humans that feared everything and lashed out. They've evolved. They've become more than for what he. Is the side of him which didn't give up on humans starting to resurface? Even as a species full of weaknesses. This. He had a moment back then, but. To think that in a moment like this, having his experiences played out, even when you've been laid down low, having the will to stand up and keep fighting when you've got something to defend. How many of us could actually say that they'd go to such extreme lengths? I think without being put in the situation. Oh, his hair. Standing here, I realise. Oh, they're all getting a few hits in. Just like the power of everyone coming together for the ley lines. Is it going to be Utsuro at the end of this? It's okay now. It's time to let go of that fear. how many how many blades and umbrellas are going to come crashing down. No matter how much you hide it, there will always be part of yourself setting up a future for... and as soon as we've had the gratification of... Oh no, one of the ships is done for. Gratification of seemingly a happy tale coming to a slight end. And what? About 4%. Just keep searching for the future where that impossibility merely becomes improbable. They're all going home. Well, they did leave themselves open to a round slash, but as it is burning up in the atmosphere, even if they win this fight, they have chosen to fight, chosen never to give up. Well, that is life. From his version of humanity and his ideas, yeah, maybe. From that giant spaceship? Is he just going to put himself backwards into the power? Into the Otana? Ah. What just came down? I didn't expect there to be a happy-go-lucky ending of it all where the teacher personality comes back and they get to live together, but it was more restoring and keeping the memories intact, which I think they managed to somewhat accomplish. Not letting him dredge it any further. We just end it with total annihilation. The city wiped. Completely white ending. No, nothing else to watch on the TV as we are... coming to a close on this story of Edo and the protection of Earth. Are we wiping the slate clean? Is the spirit of everyone, just like the ships in the heavens, keeping it at bay, gonna lessen it? But for Utsuro to come to a realization, it's not hatred of humans that burned his passion there. It was fear. Fear for what they're capable of, fear for what they can do, what they had done. And the ever-burning spirit that pushes someone like Gintoki and all the others forward. I will say that they did almost, they got us in the first half with Sadaharu. Oh, be there when we get back. Bark one more time. Yeah, if there's one cardinal rule, it's you don't harm the dogs. But even if there is joy in the knowledge that they've protected their homes initially from Utsuro's onslaught, from the Otana surge, from maybe the ship coming down. We are still yet to see on that one. But the damage done is catastrophic. The people lost is monumental. This arc, as I've said before, I don't think it's like one of... Well, it is one of my favourite arcs of Gintama of all time. I mean, how could it not be? Because it encompasses everything. It relives everything. And brings in everything. There's a lot of construction work going on. However, it's not all done through trying to take over or rule with fear anymore. They're living and creating a new world. 2 years and they've reconstructed to this? Yeah, lives will carry on. There we go. Is this the new generation Shinpachi? Yeah, what did he achieve? I see someone in the background there. Their will to continue living on despite getting that low. Sumimasen. Really, I think he's starting to learn a thing or two. I think he might have had some bad role models. He's grown into such a fine young man. The story jumps 2 years on. Okay, let's see the reconstruction effort. Oh boy, what a time for the last episode of this week a culmination of the story, and now we're jumping forward to see where all their lives took them, what happened to everyone, to the city being rebuilt. It's all being vanquished. The teacher personality not being completely removed from him. It is, they were all one of the same. And for him to hold himself back, almost as if to wish it upon himself that it ends here. But with this little bit now, either it's a massive reference to right at the beginning, or the entire world is cyclical and we're going to just, face the same issues further on down the line. But like I was saying, this arc being one where it draws inspiration from everything we have seen before. Characters, events, relations. And use it to bolster itself, use it as a reason as to why people are fighting, how we can get them back interacting, how we can bring in more, get more out of the story, have all these things laid in place for so long, which could have been just inconsequential, and yet apparently nothing is in vain, nothing is invalid, nothing is purely by chance. What a... If it had just... if that was it, there's no more reconstruction efforts, there's no more Gintama to show what happened after, I think that would be like the cut-off point, and it would be fine, it would be splendid. Still some questions and unanswered bits that you'd want, but leaving us hanging for it, I would be content. I'm glad it's not the end, though. We do get the 2 years later, Shinpachi is, well, come out of his shell a little. Is everyone going to fare the same? Is this new country they're building going to become a monument to everything that they have suffered through? Or is it going to say have suffered the same fates and fall into the same pitfalls because everyone's a fucking idiot? Bit like real life, really. What could go wrong? But we can lay down our swords for a while. The main battle should be over. Unless it's about hair growth, in which case Umabozo is still fighting that one. But if you've enjoyed and you want to see more, make sure to come back. We need to see the devastation, the holes that are being left. And of course, if we were to live a normal life again, we were eagerly awaiting more drunken return homes, bags of sick as a present, the most glorious of all gifts. Really do let me know what, maybe not just the Silver Soul arc, but Gintama has meant to you. What kind of lessons you have been bestowed with, good, bad, and completely illogical. And for some reason, the only thing I could think of when asking myself that just now is running on the beaches naked. Can't remember which episode number that was from, but obviously left an impression. Let me know what affected you most. Make sure to come back for more. Consider subscribing to the channel. It's almost over, but there's still more to come, and there'll be more in the future. Join to my Discord, but most importantly, take care of yourself, your friends, your family, your future. See you in the next one. We all have things we want to protect. Luckily, the idea of watching anime is a lot easier than saving an entire planet. And even though we all have our own personal battles to fight, I need to thank Electricand, Noku, Raywin, Kite, Sal, Arthea, Dark Shadow 7899, Shuan, Mats, Gurley, Cardboard, Croyval, Mercury42, and everyone else for being there for me. And I'm gonna be honest, I probably wouldn't be where I am now without you.